Hi, this is Marco from Cussin, and today I'll be showing you guys our DMS for automotive software. And to begin, we'll be looking at the quotas and plans under the distribution module. And basically what this does is you could break your quotas, which are used as sales targets or distribution quotas for different dealers and sales regions, and essentially goals that you're trying to reach, into master quota, a monthly quota, so a more realistic monthly rate. Oh, sorry, give me 1 second. Like I was saying, monthly quotas, as well as any additional quota plans that you would want to configure. And these can all be imported and exported as you need. And you can filter the dates at the top, as well as see any cancel, pending, and completed actions, cut quotas, as well as final quota plans. Those can all be stored within here. Next, within the distribution, you have your orders and requests. So any order requests that you do can be added and stored within this module. Any quota requests, and you want to add quota requests, can be added, as well as any cut, postpone, and any uploaded orders. Those can all be stored within this module here. You also have your logistic modules, so your delivery plans and your delivery plan simulations. Those can all be stored here, as well as any routes, status, created route codes. Those will all be added here. Shipments and pickup lists can all be stored within this module as well. And you can store all your shipment numbers and really keep an in-depth track of your different shipment activity. And any delivery plan postponed or delivery plans that failed, those can also be accessed within the logistic modules. And at the end, you do have your delivery orders that were completed, and you could store all those here with document numbers and really get in depth with that. Next, we have payments. So any payments that you may need to do for your distribution, you could schedule these payments, as well as keep track of your collected payments. You could store late payments, any invoices that you may get. You can create invoices using the invoice module here. And you can send any invoice, you can edit them, export them, and so forth, as well as keep a waiting list. So here's a waiting list of invoices that were created, and you could keep track of the status, whether they're completed, and so forth. Any offsets amounts that you may want to offset, counter values, those can also be stored here. Next, we have our inventory module, so you can upload all your inventory as well as your receipts. You can upload serial numbers, material descriptions, engine numbers, statuses, conditions, and you also have the ability to create a report summary based on the data that you create. And this report summary is super easy to read once you do have more data within the system, and it basically allows you to access all your data very easily and kind of just send it out to your different team so that they're able to see it. Any goods that you transfer as well can all be stored here within the inventory module. Lastly, any approvals. So any approvals that you may need for different distributions, quotas, delivery plans, payments, and so forth, those can all be seen and stored here. And this is more of an admin account, but from a managerial perspective, your manager has the ability to set different approvals and really investigate them and keep track of all his different approvals and descriptions and what wasn't approved and so forth. And lastly, all your reports at the end, you have the ability to create reports on virtually everything. So you can do a sales reports for customer orders. And these reports are really useful because you can send these out to your different teams, and it just gives you an easy way to view your report without having to really look at all the data in a very spread out manner. The reports give you a very straightforward and clear cut way of seeing all your information. And that's about everything from the distribution standpoint. Next, we have our services. So within the service, you have your master data. And within the services, you can also have your different approvals, your target requests, as well as demand requests. You can keep track of your training, so training configurations, training programs, and different training modules. Those can all be stored within the training part, as well as any warranty claims and any warranty that you may have on any pieces that you're distributing. You could keep your different reports. You could create evaluations off of that and really niche down on what's bringing you money and what warranties are really an issue. And you could store them all within these easy to read tables. And of course, at the top, we have our filtration. So you could really filter out through there. And of course, at the end, for your services, you can also create different reports, whether that's warranty reports, service reports, or any training reports that you may have on your team. Those can all be stored, and you can really see the data in a very easy manner. Now we are looking at the spare part. So this is your master data where you could see all your different spare parts. You can store when your spare parts were sent out, hours, payments, distance, and so forth, and really keep a in-depth list of your different spare parts and their usage, as well as your monthly spare parts, any materials that you may be using. So not in particular parts, but like bolts, engine oil, different chains and so forth. Those can all be stored here. You also have a ability to put your spare part pricing, and you can export this file and edit it as you go on. And this really allows you to keep track of all your different parts and niche down on your different sections and target different parts for different clients so you can access all your data in one synchronized area. And next to that, we also have approvals. So anything that might have to go through a manager and a higher up supervisor, such as requests, part claims, and part approvals, as well as changing parts. Those can all be accessed through the approvals tab for managers. Any sales that you may have for your spare parts that may be sent out to other dealerships or people individually fixing the cars, those can all be stored here, and you can keep track of your sales orders as well as their statuses, the quantity, what dealer location is sending them out, any vendor codes that you may have. And you also have the ability to keep track of borrow parts, order confirmation, any back orders on parts that you may not have at the moment, any invoices in terms of spare parts that were created, shipments that are being awaited. Those can all be tracked and mapped out using the spare parts module within the sales tab. Lastly, you have a report, so you can keep a spare parts report. Like all the other tabs, you have the ability to create a report, and it's just a great graphical image so that you can download a report at the end of the month, end of the week, and send it out to your team. Thank you for listening to my demo on the DMS Automotive section for Custom.